Bit rude, Mum's trying to give birth here. You're pulled into this world by the force of gravity, landing you right in the cosy hammock that is Mum's wing. You don't find it that relaxing though, as Mum bombards you with saliva. I'm sure she's just being friendly. Size-wise, you're fairly well developed at a third of Mum's weight, but you're still blind, furless and helpless, with only small milk teeth to latch onto the food source in Mum's armpit. Wait, what's happening here? Currently, you're not big enough to stay in the cave without Mum, and as a result, you have to hold on tight and fear for your life. After a month of rapid growth, your eyes are open, you've got some hair, and you double in size, meaning you're too heavy for Mum to carry, so she leaves you to hang with the other pups. Your body weight pulls on tendons in your ankles, locking your claws into place as they grip the cave ceiling, requiring zero effort on your part. Most animals would feel like their heads popping, but your circulatory system is specially adapted with valves that prevent blood rushing to your head, meaning you can comfortably snooze like this for hours at a time. Huh? Swear you just heard something move down there. Must have been a nightmare. A few hours later, Mum returns to make sure you're fed, as you're still fully reliant on her milk. You're both part of a stable group of females and their offspring, with a few dominant adult males, like your dad, who doesn't really care about you. These fluid groups are constantly changing and allow females to engage in cooperative behaviours for the mutual benefit of everyone. Lucky that wasn't you. After 2 to 3 months, you get a shock as Mum starts locking tongues with you. Totally normal stuff. She's given you your first taste of blood, freshly regurgitated, getting you instantly hooked. At around 4 to 6 months, you finally build up the strength to change your environment from really dark cave to really dark everywhere else. Since vitamin D is clearly not priority, you wait for the darkest point in the night to follow Mum's lead by dropping from the ceiling and using some muscle fibres to extend your arms, legs and elongated fingers, stretching out a thin membrane of skin that catches the air as you flap, giving you a natural ability that the only other mammal capable of flight took 300,000 years to figure out. No, flying squirrels and lemurs glide, so don't count. Mum helps you find your bearings in the local area, then shows you how to get dinner before you both return to the roost. This continues for several more months as you gradually give up milk for blood, perfecting your hunting technique till you hit maturity at around 9 months old. You are now an adult vampire bat. You watch as all the newly mature males leave the roost for good to find new colonies, some of which not by choice. As a female, you stay with your natal group, which is part of a colony of 100 or so, all sharing this cave with several other species. You're slightly bigger than a male, at around 3.5 inches long, weighing around 40 grams. As you try to get some rest, some of them are deciding who will get to make a move on you. Looks like we have a winner. Since you're reproductive year-round, now's as good a time as any. The male comes over and wins some affection with a blood donation before climbing on your back, grasping your neck with his teeth and holding your wings in place. A few minutes later, he's off to the next one, leaving you with the full-time role of childcare. Out of the over 1,400 species of bat that makes up nearly a quarter of all mammal species, you top the leaderboard for length of gestation period, spending the next 210 days preparing to give birth. Like Mum, you find a cozy spot to hang, then form a safety net with your wing and tail membrane, then let gravity do its thing. After feeling Mum's pain for a month, you finally get some free time again, and head out to feed in peace. Blind as a bat is a myth, as you actually have excellent vision in the darkness, but it's still not your main navigational tool. You open your mouth and fire out some ultrasound that rebound off objects back to your finely tuned ears, giving you an accurate picture of distance, size and shape. Using these echoes, you manage to locate your favourite source of food. You take a stealth approach by first landing on the ground close to the cow. Using your strong forelimbs and elongated thumbs, you propel yourself forward, landing on your hind legs, then go in again, giving you an efficient ground-based movement most bats can only dream of. This makes vampire bats the only animal whose ancestors lost the ability to run, but then decided they wanted it back. As you get close, you switch to a cat-like prowl to slow down. Unusually large nerves in your leaf-shaped nose sense infrared radiation given off by warm blood, allowing you to locate a good spot where blood is flowing close to the skin. Once you've decided, you shave down the hair, exposing the skin, then add some product to soften it up. You have the fewest teeth of any bat species, at only 20, with the front 2 being some of the sharpest in the animal kingdom, meaning your victim doesn't feel a thing as you create a 5mm wide incision to release their blood. An anticoagulant in your saliva called Draculin prevents the blood from clotting, keeping it flowing nicely. You don't actually suck the blood, instead lap it up as it drips out using special grooves in your tongue that act like a straw. A problem you face is needing to consume half your body weight in blood, which would make you too heavy for liftoff. Your solution? After only 2 minutes, you've rapidly absorbed much of the blood's water and sent it to your kidneys to be disposed of. Within 10 minutes, you're already converting protein into usable energy, which is helpful right now, but diminishes your ability to store energy long term. However cool, being the only mammal to feed entirely on blood comes with its downside, as being a guaranteed skinny legend means going 2 days without food results in instant death. But that's tomorrow's problem. After 30 minutes of straight slurping, it's time to get back to the roost. You've still consumed nearly 30% of your body weight in blood, so need a bit of help taking off. Whilst most bats struggle, or can't fly from straight off the ground, you alone have a handy trick. Using your strong, powerful legs, you launch yourself nearly 3 feet vertically, allowing you to easily generate the momentum needed to fly off into the darkness. You need to think fast. Your strong bones, spread out fingers, and flexible elastic skin allow you to precisely position your wings into different shapes, almost instantly changing your direction of flight. Phew, that was a close one. But you're not without injury. Only a minor tear. It'll grow and repair quickly. Time to make a move. Home sweet home. Oh no. What's happened here? They're all gone. How could this happen? What do you do now? This is pretty dark. But I guess you like it dark. Huh? There's still one left. A pup. Somehow managed to survive. They won't get far without their mother. Shame. Well, suppose you could help them out. You're currently still able to feed them, and it's the least you could do for their mum. There isn't any research to support adoption in the wild, but it did happen once in captivity, so why not? You'll do it. But you've both got to get out of here first. You head out into the darkness carrying the orphaned pup, hoping to find a new roost to settle in. That looks nice. You've got some blood stored, so you're good for tonight, but tomorrow the pressure's on. What was that? Something's out there. Oh well, must have been nothing. Time to get some sleep. Ah! Oh. It's just another slightly odd-looking vampire bat. Nothing to be concerned about. Seems like there's a few of them around. Not a massive colony, though. After getting a good day's rest and feeding the little one, you're out for blood. Maybe if you follow them, they'll lead you right to some prey. Okay, so what's happening here? They're climbing along the underside of that branch. There's a bird's foot in the way now. Oh, no? They're biting into it, and seem to be drinking its blood. Yucky. Not what you expected. Guess you're on your own then. Along with all your other overpowered senses, you have brain cells that are exclusively stimulated by breathing sounds, which help lead you to your food source for the night. Once you're back at the roost, you give the dependent their fill, then relax. But not for long. If you're going to make it long term, you know you'll need to find a proper colony. The following night, you gather your things and head out in search for a new home. After sifting through a tough market, you finally think you've found your new forever home. It's got lots of space, adequate lighting, and a nice wooden frame. Let's just hope there's not another jump scare. Well, it wasn't a jump scare at least. But not exactly what you were looking for. Again, clearly vampires, but not your vampires. You'll have to stay here tonight still, so the pressure will be on again tomorrow. You're not making the same mistake again, so the next day when all the others fly off, you head off in another direction. After flapping around, you manage to locate your favourite meal, but after plonking down, you notice something isn't quite right. That's not ideal. Maybe there's something else around? As usual, you land close by so you can take the sneaky approach. We all know leaving your feet outside the blanket means the monsters will get them, and in this case the big toe is falling victim to your bite. You've got to get out of here. As you fly away, your heart's beating at 1,000 beats per minute. Not because you're scared, that's just normal for flight. You only got a bit of blood there, enough to keep you going for now, but you'll need help. Fast. You go back to the roost and grab the pup, then head out into the night. You feel your energy running out as you desperately look for signs of life. You've got no choice. You'll have to punt on that. You fly in and perch on the ceiling, knowing you may only have minutes left to live. You thought you could save the pup, but guess it wasn't to be. Just as you're about to conk out and fall to the ground, you feel the touch of another bat's lips against yours. Suddenly, you feel revitalized, the life coming back to you. You did it. You managed to find a new colony of your own. You're both going to be okay. You feel nothing but grateful, and for now reciprocate the kindness with some grooming. Like some kind of foreshadowing from a movie of bad things to come, the next 6 months go by without any issues. The pup's now flying on their own, and you're showing them the life of blood. As you've had a good hunt, when you get back to the roost you make sure to share with anyone in need, as you know they'd do the same. Life is good. Time to get some rest. What's that? Ah, they found you. Run. Mew ha ha ha, mew ha ha ha. Phew, that was close. That's another roost gone, but at least you have the colony. You all manage to settle down somewhere new, and after another few months it's another sad day, as the pup you adopted all that time ago no longer needs your support. Shame the real boy. Oh well. What now? Guess just start the cycle all over again. As the years go on, you continue raising new pups, sometimes moving to new colonies and making new friends, living every day with a fast depleting health bar replenished only by blood. It can be a hard life, which is why the expectancy in the wild is only around 9. But as long as there's blood in your veins, and belly, you will persevere, continuing to give bats a bad rep as evil blood-sucking monsters. Yeah, you have rabies.